regards to the city administration position, no. We haven't.
Nothing happened. What's happening?
We're taking administrator. We're taking no action.
Taking what?
We're taking no action.
No public input? Public.
Well, it's kind of been sporadically through meetings or something that. Okay.
Yeah. I talked to Ryan the other day. I know that last, July meeting, July 13th of last year, the city council approved, paving the rest of Fifth Street in front of John and, Fifth Street had in Fourth Street in front of John. And that was approved and budgeted. Just wanted to know where we are on that. My backyard's been torn up since last year. Been waiting for the city to get those the project done so that I can go ahead and finish off the devotion of that.
I'm glad you brought that up. There are many layers to what you just brought up. And so, I did find the original motions to approve that, and I found the invoices from Double H Paving that actually did the quote on the job. And you're right, there was a quote that was approved, it was a revised quote that was approved, and, it was like July 21st of last year, I think is what I found. They did say that the project would be done in 21 or 22 as scheduled. I do believe that they did you guys do the budgetary transfer to cover the cost of that? I have to look at that just to make sure. There might have been, I can't, I can neither confirm or deny if there was an appropriation amendment to the budget to cover the $98,000 project, or if they specifically decided to have it in 2022 and it was put in the 2022 budget. So I haven't dug into the budget that much to understand the allocation of that to make sure that it was fully funded as it was originally funded and as we all understood. Okay. There's also the matter of Fifth Street having 3 feet taken off the street. And we are trying to find the documentation behind that to understand how to make the property owners access to that street full. Because there are certain properties on that thing, that we talked to that have double frontage. Maybe that's your property too, but there is a property on that was affected that has double frontage and now does not have access to that Fifth Street. So there are more things I have to look into. I haven't heard anything from Double H Paving as to a date of scheduling at this point in time. I haven't heard that yet. But there are other layers to that I have to look into to get verification of that piece of the project to be able to make it whole. Does that adequately not answer your question, but give some more information? Okay, well,
I know I'm gonna put up with it probably for.
well, what we're trying to do is fix it as quickly as we can, but what I can tell you is we are trying to do the due diligence as fast as we can with the resources we can find and with the manpower that we have.
On your agenda, do you not approve agenda anymore?
In open meeting law, because we're required to give that 24-hour notice to the public, so we have to post that preferably if it's on your website, that kind of thing. If we approve the agenda, it's already approved when we post it, so we don't have to approve it, and we ideally would never amend it, because if you amended any changes, then you have to delay that piece or that amendment for another 24 hours.
And don't you always have to put public time in?
Because this was a special session, I didn't necessarily do that. However, we've certainly made everybody available to make the comments if they want, but public time in a regular session, 100% will be an agenda item. But yeah, I mean, obviously, we're trying to accommodate the public as best we can. Does that answer your question? Okay.
What about the meeting on Zoom?
Well, Zoom is a technology that I haven't gotten full access to be able to utilize and share the recordings with the public. And so I am comfortable with Teams. I did Facebook Live last time because it was quick and it was easy, but I can't save that recording and get it to the website so people who aren't on Facebook have access to it. So what I did is I used Teams to record it because I know I understand that technology. And so I'm gonna secure that recording and I will get it on the website so people can review it. Going forward, ideally, what will happen is the teams will be able to be live. So you can watch it live, but right now I'm not there yet because I'm still trying to figure out what are,
Before, where you can interact with the meeting that's going on, I think it's the thing with that.
I'm still trying to figure out the technology on that. But if I can't access Zoom,
If there's someone on the board that did that before,
they're not here anymore and we don't have access to the program.
And the mayor and the council and office, and basically everybody's gone.
Becca's still here, she don't know that something.
Becca is not. Becca has not shared with me how to access Zoom. We've asked for access of all sorts of things.
So
Or
after,
that, yeah, that's the household.
well, we're not gonna get into it for some.
We're dealing, honestly, to be honest, we're dealing with no transfer of power. That's what we're dealing with. Normally, there is a very natural, sequential transfer of power, and that is not what happened this time. So we just need to ask for patience, but we're doing the best we can with what we have.
Generally after MS speak. And even after there's a motion, there's usually a discussion. And then that can be open to public comment also. But the heartburn I'm having is no offense, John, is why are we assigning the executive contract to John for a program that either
Well, it's a privilege, it don't matter, but I think that's what you.
so
At some point, I think we'll probably find out, but it's not, I mean, it's not.
I just
Yeah, it happens all the time.
It does, but then it needs to get circled back around.
Yeah, stay tuned, just stay engaged, stay involved.
All right, Bob, I know everyone doesn't want to be here much longer. I actually have a few items here, minor things from around town. Water bills, any progress on what's going on with the water bills?
We're doing the best with what we have.
Okay,
And we're
What
trying
do
to
you
get-
mean, what's going on?
so apparently people saying not getting the bill.
A lot of those people, were signed up for email billing. And I think what happened was there was a weird name that came across. You know, this is from before, and they weren't opening it because it looked like spam. So I have put them on getting a postcard until I can get the name that comes over with their water bill.
I don't have any problems, so I don't know what people are.
Yeah, I've had about 10 phone calls, so everyone was in a. And
And I do want to say that Linda has done an amazing job of trying to make sense of the systems that we use to make the city run. And so she's done an amazing job trying to put this together. And so I just want to acknowledge you for that, and that she's been remarkable, just a remarkable asset for us.
Yeah, a lot of times it has been email option that has been, because then it's checked that don't send the bill. So I have, unchecked that. And said, for now, you'll get a bill until you get the email part straightened out. So, yeah, I've been working with people and things are going better.
You have another question?
Can I ask about the lawn mowing?
The lawn mowing.
With the people we hired out for that.
Sure. I think everybody was aware that we were in a situation that the parks needed to be mowed now. And so there were softball games that were happening and the grass was way too long and it was kind of an emergency situation. No, it was an emergency. So I conferred with the city attorney. He said it would be perfectly appropriate to enlist the service to take care of that matters until we come to a decision of whether or not we're going to do summer contract work or if we're going to, how we're going to handle the rest of the summer. So as we are waiting to get fully staffed, because we're still not fully staffed on City Hall, we are going to engage with those services until we evaluate that. My goal is to bring solution to City Council at the June 14th meeting, so we can make a decision of what to do for the rest of the summer.
And Ryan, probably,
Oh, absolutely, 100%. I'm working very closely with Ryan Potts on this.
Let's see. Everyone's favorite question here, reasonable expectation for response times from City Hall, if inquiry comes in, what sort of reasonable response time can we expect?
At this point in time, it probably depends on what email you're sending it to. Getting access to email has been a challenge.
Not email, I mean, like if you were to go in the front door and ask a question, what's a reasonable amount of time?
I guess it depends on the question.
I would be happy to interject here. I stopped down today, I met Linda, introduced myself, asked my question, got my answer, chatted for a minute or two, and I will talk to her with what I need.
That makes me super happy. Before the last special council meeting, I wanted to ask for agenda, so they will make it to the meeting. My name got taken down, my number got taken down, and as of today, I'm still waiting. Back.
And apologies for that. We did have some volunteers come in and answer questions. And I think some of the notes of the phone calls may have been misplaced in the process of that. So it was a bit hectic. And so no ill intent there whatsoever.
I didn't see you.
Yeah, so there definitely was some gaps of information transfer while we were trying to get our hands around things. So apologies for that. And we're trying to still make sure we handle everything.
Just about them. City Relations Manager position, their job description that they're gonna be posted or circulated or. We created a new position and we hired somebody. I don't know what that person does. Their job. That I promise I'm done. Awful proud of him here. Don't have a contract to do.
Have a contract that we believe that, well, at this point in time of the game, I think it's